Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another CoNDOR 5, Week 2, Column Unity Cast. This is between Wild Tomato and Definitely Not Him, who is definitely not showing up on my screen for some reason. Let me make sure that that's... I just checked a second ago. They were both live. I don't know if that's changed. Okay, it's just a black screen, so we're fine. So, yeah, so this match, Wild Tomato earlier this week, or has not raced yet. Definitely Not Him was the one who raced earlier this week. And he picked up a pair of points. And we should be getting... I see Definitely Not Him on RTMP, but I do not see... Maybe I have to do something like this. If that doesn't work, we're going to have to switch streams for a second. Let me just do that real quick. And see if this works. Should refresh the stream. There we go. Okay, excellent. We got him. So Definitely Not Him picking up 2 points in a race earlier this week. Of course, this is Definitely Not Him's first week. He did not race in week 1. Wild Tomato did scoring 4 points. So we'll see if Wild Tomato can improve upon her performance last week. And it looks like they're about to enter the seed and get underway. I don't remember if Wild Tomato made the showcase. I don't think 4 points was enough in blood. Yeah, because it was ARTQ, Asher Rose, and Muffin that made it in blood for the tiebreaker. Anyway, I'm just about to get sorted underway here. And looks like we're all set. The seeds match, and I do not have live split up. Now is a good opportunity to bring that up before they get started. There we go. It'll just be a few minutes here, and we're underway. Is that an early potion? Could be. Nope. Not an early potion. They're going to get the value bomb here, bombing both the blood shop and some gold coins in the box. Also revealing a bomb back there, which they could kill for the shop. This is a very killable shop, and that's what Wild Tomato's going to do. Definitely Not Him just opting to take the ring. So Wild Tomato's going to have the better build here, and also the better health. But Definitely Not Him's going to possibly have a slight lead here. Wild Tomato forgetting to pick up the gold staff. Remembers to do so once getting outside, though. Very quick kill on that bat. Just have to tag it and freeze it. Oh, you don't want those traps. Can't come around the side either because of the level 3 walls. Wild Tomato breaking through here. And Wild Tomato actually has 2 quick kill strategies to her disposal right now. Of course, the Battle Shovel allows you to dig a wall and one-shot whatever you attack next. And then, actually 3 quick kill strategies. The Ring of Frost that Definitely Not Him has. And then, of course, that's a gold weapon, so if you touch gold, you do infinite damage to whatever you hit next. Very good use of the Battle Shovel. It's got Wild Tomato almost caught up to Definitely Not Him here. So a very nice start to this race. DNH getting a monkey on his head. Don't want that. One would say that's definitely not good, but he's going to take out that dragon, no problem. Tomato's going shopping here, while Definitely Not Him is on to his Death Metal 1. Snowbro is in the shop, and Definitely Not Him's going to be missing that. And Definitely Not Him is down. Couldn't handle Death Metal 1, despite having that ring. Also, that's a free, I just noticed that's a free heart container. So Wild Tomato looking in good shape here. Definitely Not Him going to have to push to catch up. Wild Tomato getting a little caught there, but she's fine. Oh, no, you don't want the Ring of Might. While it's nice to have 2 damage, I mean, you're 2-shotting anything right now, so being on 1 damage is not so much of a penalty. Uh-oh. trying to line up a quick kill on the dragon. Gets it, especially with Snowbro. That's going to be really nice. This build for Wild Tomato is looking pretty fantastic. Doesn't want anything out of the arena. I can't say I blame her, although I might have thought about the... Oh, Wild Tomato getting dunked. Did not have to. All she had to do was tap Death Metal on the same beat that she got dunked, and the Death Metal would have been dead. The ghosts would have been gone. So no flawless for Wild Tomato, but unlike Definitely Not Him, she does survive, and nope, she goes down to a black skeleton, a wind mage there. That's unfortunate. Oh, so starting over again. So this means that Definitely Not Him's got the lead. He's doing the same thing he did last time, only taking the ring at the cost of 1 heart. Not blowing up the whole shop. I do think that Wild Tomato had the right idea, but just did not handle Death Metal or the ensuing floor very well. So Wild Tomato going to repeat the Blood Shopkeeper kill here. Meanwhile, Definitely Not Him picking up that Titanium Cat. That's definitely better than a base dagger. It's definitely not a dagger. And this time handles Death Metal much better, so Definitely Not Him finally going to floor 2 for the first time this match. Ring of Becoming! No, you no, put that down. That's not something you want. Oh. Yeah, this Red Dragon looks pretty nasty. DNH taking a different way to get at him than Wild Tomato did, and didn't even have to deal with the Wind Mage that killed her. So he's down to 2-2. Wild Tomato still running this, picking up an apple that we didn't see earlier. And oh boy, I detect a dead shopkeeper here. Wow, what do you even take out of there? Definitely take the heavy plate. You gotta do that. Gonna take the leprechaun first. So picking up the leprechaun, not taking the heavy plate. I disagree with that. You only have 2 bombs. You're ahead by a whole zone. There's no reason not to use those bombs. And then getting dunked by the clone. He's down to half a heart. This is getting pretty spooky for DNH here. Maybe... Oh, and he gets Armadillo rolled right into him. Oh, that's unfortunate. So, meanwhile, Wild Tomato back onto Death Metal. And we'll see if she can clean this up a little better. This looks good. So Wild Tomato getting the flawless, picking up nothing. Did not, apparently not using RTMP strats because she would have known the Ring of Becoming was there. Opting to use the Battle Shovel instead of the freeze, which is okay. Just you can do either. I mean, she's got so many quick kills right now. It's kind of hard to choose one. I'm going to pick up the Hargreaves, I imagine, here. Maybe not. Not willing to spend that money. Oh, there we go. How about the Titanium Staff? Going to stay on 1 damage. Not important to get that extra damage right now. UNH, meanwhile, he got dunked. Oh, he's trying something else. He's decided that he's done with that Ring of Frost. He's going to take the gold staff instead. So we'll see how he does with this weapon. Meanwhile, that is a peace shrine and essentially free, given that there's a bomb right there. Definitely Not Him. Ondo's 1-3. Wild Tomato not taking the peace ring despite blowing up the peace shrine, so I'm not quite sure what the thought process is there. I mean, if you're going to blow it up, you might as well take it. You have so many other quick kills. Now, will she... No, she's not doing it either. So neither player electing to use the 2 bombs that they have to get... And in Wild Tomato's case, it would only take 1 bomb because she's got the Ring of Frost. So you just hit Freddy once, and then tap him with your staff. That'll freeze him. Oh, Red Dragon taking down Definitely Not Him in the arena. Ooh. And both these racers having quite a rough go of it. But Wild Tomato seems to be slowly getting to a much more comfortable build here. She definitely seems to have a bit more confidence after that first death. And she'll easily take out King Konga. These rings have been garbage. Becoming in Zone 1, Luck in Zone 2. What are we going to get? We're going to get Gold in Zone 3 or Charisma. That's a very nice addition to Wild Tomato's build right there is the armor. The chainmail definitely going to help. Reduces incoming damage by 1 heart. Fantastic. Definitely not him. Back on the Ring of Frost, meanwhile. And Wild Tomato handling this 3-1 kind of slow, but she's got a lot of time. Definitely no problem taking your time when your opponent's dead. Definitely not him. Kind of feels the need to go here. He's killing the boss and going straight to death metal despite knowing that there was a titanium cat on that floor. Oh, look out. Wild Tomato getting dunked, but she's got the armor to handle it. And the dragon will go down thanks to the Ring of Frost. And immediately heals that damage too, so she's back to 3 yards. Meanwhile, definitely not him picking up a obsidian broadsword out of the Zone 1 boss chest. Not a terrible pickup at all, especially if you want to go fast. We'll see if he switches off to the Ring of Peace here. Don't think he's interested. And now loses the chance to blow. Well, he's going to blow it up. And we'll just get that bomb there. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato switching up her build entirely here. Let's see. She's got her quick Dead Ringer fight with that scroll, the Scroll of Quake. Picked up a titanium axe, which is super fast. And then also the monocle as well to be able to see items. So, fantastic build thus far for Wild Tomato. Looks super safe. Got some fast kills on pretty much anything. Checking the transmute shop. I don't know if you transmute anything here. Maybe the boots. Yeah, that's +1 damage. So taking damage over armor, that's fine. You already have 1 damage. Be careful here, though. This is a little spicy. But Wild Tomato just does what you're supposed to do in Zone 3 when that happens. Just start killing things. Can't get into the shop without taking damage, but that's okay, because you got a Frost Charm, and you're going to pick up a whole bunch of good stuff here if you have the gold, which you don't. Only picking up the 1 item, which is a compass. That'll definitely help for Zone 5 with no mapping. Meanwhile, definitely not him on Konga, so only a less than a zone behind. Cleaning up Konga with that broadsword, very nice. We'll see what he picks here. We know that ring is garbage. And he's going to go for the torch, and he's going to pick up the luminous torch. It's the maximum range torch without it being blast. Wild Tomato very much cleaning up the oh no fight. Not again. Fortissimo 3? Ugh. But very easy with that build. Picking up, and this build just keeps getting safer, picking up a shield spell. Meanwhile, definitely not him. We'll see that he's picked up the chainmail out of the, I believe that's a 3-1 shop. So his build's getting a little safer here. Just not as powerful as Wild Tomato's by any stretch. Wild Tomato not opting to check for the food shop. I honestly don't blame her. She's only got 1 single bomb there, so you don't really want to use that. Meanwhile, definitely not him. Kind of a spicy 3-2 exit here, down to 1.5 hearts. Got a couple goblins chasing them, and gets hit by the Skeleton Rider, so that's down to 0.5 heart, and then finally dropping down to the rider he knocked off. So, definitely not him. Taking another fall, despite having a decent run at it. He was going pretty fast there, but just got overwhelmed. Typical Zone 3. Wild Tomato going to make this build. Thinking about it, yes, she's going to make the build even safer with a little bit of regeneration there. That's the Crown of Thorns. Every 10 hits, you get 0.5 heart of health back. So Wild Tomato definitely with a strong showing so far. This has been very good. That one mishap earlier on in Zone 2, I think that's the only blemish she's got. And she's really showcasing some nice slow play here. That's her second bomb. That's definitely something she wants. Oh, you don't want to do that. Getting dunked by the exploding gargoyle. Maybe she's not familiar with what the gargoyles do yet. Here's a hint. The one with the devil tails all explode. The ones that close their eyes all activate when you're next to them. Oh, that's a nice pickup. Picking up the Torch of Strength, a.k.a. the lightweight, a.k.a. the shake weight. It looks like a shake weight to me. Which is a bad name. Definitely not him. Picking up a Scroll of Shield. I believe that was from the 1-3 arena. And he's back on his Obsidian Broadsword now. Wild Tomato just tearing apart this 4-3. No trouble so far. Could get a map here, especially with those bombs. There's no reason not to. They'll make Zone 5 pretty quick. Uses his shield. Took a half heart of damage first. He's going to Blood Shield here, down to 1.5 hearts now. Don't want... Oh, doesn't Blood Shield again. May have to. This is so spicy. Oh, Wild Tomato. Please. Please. There's the Blood Shield. There are no more Blood Shields. And somehow, some way, Wild Tomato manages to take out that dragon. But at what cost? Half a heart. Oh my. That happened. Skeleton Rider from the sarcophagus. Oh, that hurts. So, Wild Tomato handing the lead right back over to definitely not him. We're 14 minutes into the first race here. And there's been a lot of death. Mostly from the right side, but currently the right side has the lead. And just a minor fact here, in my casts, the right side is 9-0 in races. So there's that. Wild Tomato doing the same thing here. That's, you know, her early game was absolutely no problem. Definitely not him cleaning up Conga 2. Get the flawless here. Let's see if he opts for the torch again or if he decides to go Black Chest. Oh, no. Didn't realize that was Ring of Luck. I imagine neither of these racers are screen watching, or if they are, they just did not see what they were getting out of boss chests. Now in Zone 3, definitely not him. Is not in a good spot with this blue dragon. And that's going to be the Black Skeleton Rider taking him down. So we have a reset here. Ooh, this is painful. And the thing is that I don't think... I mean, the only big issue I have with either of the racers is that neither of them have been taking the heavy plate. And maybe that's what they need to do at this point. Is make your run that much safer. Get that heavy plate in Zone 2 and grind your way to a finish. Especially because we've seen definitely not him. He found the food shop. I think it was in Zone 3. And if you can find the food shop again, it had ham. I mean, you can have 7, 8, 9 hearts in this race and heavy plate. So it's just a matter at this point of the racers trying to figure out the best way to do this seed. Wild Tomato picking up Snowbro again. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much what they have to do. They just gotta optimize the seed. Remember all the good things, stay away from all the bad things. Like you don't want to open up those Zone 1 and 2 purple boss chests again. You don't need to do that. Of course, definitely not him. He knows what he wants from the Zone 1 boss chest, and that is the broadsword. So picking up that Ob's broadsword for the third time now, at least. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato taking the trapdoor, head down to death metal after killing the boss. Definitely not him picking up that lucky charm. And using Wild Tomato using Snowbro to take out. Oh, that's where it was. I thought it was in Zone 3. Definitely not him. Finding the food shop. Gonna kill the shopkeeper here. He'll get up to 6 hearts out of 7. And so now this was all. I believe this was also the floor that the heavy plate was on. I really think that as hard of a time as these racers are having, heavy plate needs was it 2-1? I thought it was 2-2. It could be 2-1. But I think heavy plate's pretty much required at this point. They need to take it. It was 2-2. Again, definitely not him cleaning up. He's had no problem with the Congo, that's for sure. Wild Tomato just a floor and a half behind at this point. So despite all the deaths, this is actually right now a fairly close race. But again, neither racer opting to say, ooh, getting hit by the purple mushroom there. That's a lot of damage. You don't want to do that. Got a nightmare coming up. That's dangerous with that bat floating around. Gotta be careful. Get this fight done quick. Down goes the nightmare. And Wild Tomato's just going to take the trapdoor down. Meanwhile, Blue Dragon gets killed. Definitely not him. Over onto 3-2 now. And meanwhile, Wild Tomato back onto Conga's going to take out the Conga's throne with the bomb, because she knows there's bombs on the seed. She's not afraid of using bombs now. And in she goes. Definitely not him, headed down to 3-3, while meanwhile Wild Tomato picking up that armor. Very important armor. Definitely not him to have some cookies as well. He could be eating those cookies, getting back to full health just after picking them up there. Does not opt for the Earth spell. I gotta disagree with that. You have not seen Coral Rift yet. Deep Blues also is a good candidate for using an Earth spell on. If you're willing to risk crashing your game, you could also use it on Deadringer. Now him headed down to Fortissimo. Not again. This is his furthest he's been, so definitely not him coming back after having a rough start. He's going to get hit by a couple things here, losing a majority of his health. Fortunately, he's got those cookies to bring him back if he remembers to use them. Now he's going to use them right at the start here. Uses up 3 of them, so he's at 4.5 hearts. I don't know what he's holding on to the rest of them for. Maybe he's hoping he finds cheese or something. But we'll see what definitely not him can do in Zone 4 here. Wild Tomato's still going shopping. She's falling behind here. She's got to move it here. Is she going to pick up everything like she did last time? No, she is opting to... Well, no, she just took out the ice element. We don't want to deal with that on the way back. I'm going to pick up just the monocle this time. She also has that cursed potion. We haven't seen anyone use that yet. Not sure what Definitely Not Him's doing here. Oh, he's trapped on goo. Definitely Not Him is dead. No, he's not. How did he get out of that? Oh, I think I see what happened. So the Golem opened up the wall to his left. If this was vanilla, he would have been dead. But because it's not vanilla, he didn't get gooed a second time and somehow manages to come out of 4-1 with his life intact. Not so much his health. He's at 3 hearts out of 7. But oh, that was pretty spooky. Yeah, Yoshi, it's been a death fest, but right now both racers are running pretty far. Definitely not him furthest he's been. Wild Tomato, look at that. That would be a really nice pickup. That is an Obsidian Cutlass. We have not seen that yet on the seed. So, and I think if you're Wild Tomato, you switch off the boots. Gonna use her Frost Charm there after a couple of unfortunate slip and slides. So taking the... Oh, and getting hit again, down to 1.5 hearts. Wild Tomato needs to be super careful here. This is a swarm, but it is handleable, and that's what she's doing now. Taking another slip and slide here. They've not been kind to Wild Tomato, but she's back to Fortissimo. Meanwhile, definitely not him onto 4-3. We saw Wild Tomato die on 4-3 a little earlier, but it was some particularly trolly circumstances. I don't know if DNH will be able to repeat that. He's going to get a bit of health back here if he doesn't broadsword. He does broadsword. He's down to 1.5 hearts. This is super scary. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato having trouble with Fortissimo. Down to 1 heart over there. A lot of action going on. Wild Tomato does manage to take out Fortissimo. Do you use the potion? I think you use the potion here because there are so many things on this floor that are going to hit super hard. And Wild Tomato opting to hold on to that potion. I don't think that's the right call, but we'll see what happens. Definitely not him. Headed towards the boss room on 4-3. Wild Tomato's caught up a bit. She's only about 2 floors down. Here comes that blue dragon for DNH. But he's handling it on the vertical, which is the way you need to handle those, and he's not having anywhere near the problem that Wild Tomato did. What he did not find in 4-3 are the bombs, so he's sitting on 0 bombs going into our first Coral Riff of the race, which means we will not be seeing deep blues. And Wild Tomato does finally use that potion on 1/2 heart and is slowly making it through this. Yeah, and she's going to get those hearts back pretty quick, too, because of that Crown of Thorns, so she should be all right. Definitely not him entering Zone 5, our first Zone 5 of the race. We're about 24.5 minutes in here. In a race that's been rather difficult for both racers. But it's not like that both of these racers have been sitting on Zone 1 the whole time. It has been close most of the way. There have been times when one racer's been dramatically ahead of the other, but nothing too serious. Definitely not him down to 1/2 heart. Oh, goodness. Let's keep an eye over there, because that could change fast. DNH on 5-2, sitting on 1/2 heart. Has to be super careful. I would be checking that shop. You have a lead. Play safe. Don't get hit by this evil eye. Good. Nothing to speak of in the shop. You don't want any of that. I mean, you can take the boots, but the boots will help with the water sphere, at least. Nothing good in the secret shop there. Metronome going to be pretty tricky with the broadsword. But takes it out. And definitely not him. Is going on to 5-3. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato back at that dragon that spooked her earlier. And taking it at the same angle, too. Be careful. Definitely not him. I mean, this is far from over. Despite this floor lead here, this could end in disaster real quick for definitely not him. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato has healed up all of those cursed hearts. So that Crown of Thorns coming in handy. Picking up a... I don't know why you pick up that enchant scroll. I don't think you pick up that enchant scroll here, but he does pick up the 2 heart containers. Not a lot. That's not really going to help him at this point either. And head over. This is the blue dragon. Playing it super safe. Just backing away from those skeletons, making sure he's not in line of sight of the wizard there. Oh, what did he do? Why did he go right? Definitely not him, just making a confusing call there by moving to the right. And all of a sudden, Wild Tomato is looking primed to get a victory here. Wild Tomato sitting on a super safe build, 4 hearts. Regeneration. I just really don't know what definitely not him was thinking there. You just go for the stairs. It's 5-3. There's nothing left. You check the secret shop. You check the main shop. You just go. You go get your Dead Ringer fight. I feel for definitely not him, but some of those decisions you go back and look at this race, you really need to think that's definitely something he could have done differently. So Wild Tomato on 5-2. Check that same shot that DNH checked on 5-2. Nothing there. Wait for the metronome to come to her. Freezes it. And that's very nice use of the cutlass there to make sure that the wizard didn't hit her with its projectile spell. So on to 5-3 now. Hopefully, Wild Tomato's got no reason to be going around like definitely not him was. So hopefully he is going to go shopping, which is fine. It's a good call this far ahead. She's going to find those 2 heart containers. Now, it's useful for her because she's got a chicken. So if she takes even just 1 hit at this point, you eat the chicken. Definitely not him dying onto Death Metal 1. Having a hard time with the seed. Getting his Chips old soundtrack going here. I laugh about that. It's actually one of the things that I do is what's this? This is the reverse strat here. Are we gonna see an Oblivion strat? No, we're not because of the Snowbro. Snowbro ruining that strat and down to half a heart. Eat chicken. Oh my goodness, Wild Tomato. Giving viewers a heart attack. 29 minutes in, onto the Necrodancer. Has to touch butts with Dad. But as I say, yeah, having a proper soundtrack is important. For me, my soundtrack of choice when racing is A Rival because I find it. If I get stressed, for whatever reason, A Rival is a stress reliever. And I don't feel, especially in Zone 4, I feel his Zone 4 songs, to me, don't stress me out as much. Not sure what that bomb was for, so Wild Tomato going to have to finish off the butt touching here. Oh, this is tragic. This is painful to watch. Definitely not him missing his boss chest. He's not going to get his broadsword. I mean, this is certainly not over as we finally get that last bomb. And now onto the Necrodancer. Gonna get frozen. Don't dunk Daddy. Fortunately, they only do half a heart to him, but still, I mean, that's... The less you can get Dad killed, the better. Another mini nightmare spawns. Wild Tomato not luring too well here. Probably just wanting to get this over with, but lures aren't faster here. There's a good lure. Down to 2 hearts on the Necrodancer. But that's a giant ogre. You do not want to go clubbing. I would use Dorian just to take that. That might have blown up. Yeah, it's dead. So Wild Tomato should have this in the bag here. And here comes the last hit. Down goes Necrodancer. GG. Wild Tomato picking up the first win of the race in 31-17. And that will get her first loot of the game. And that is the first time in 4 matches that someone on the left side has won on my test. 16:34 IGT. Oh man. That is a long race. So we'll get underway with the second one in a moment. I gotta see, because I'm scheduled to do another cast immediately after this. It's between King Torture and Arboretic. But I may miss the start of that. So we'll see if they're willing to possibly delay. Meanwhile, we have the second seed in. Should be about ready. Race number 2 underway in a moment. And here we go. Quick black chest. We'll see what's in this. It is a steak knife. Obsidian dagger. 1 to 3 damage. Very nice for zone 1 at least. Certainly better than a normal dagger. There's some cookies for definitely not him. Those are on 1, 2, so we'll see if Wild Tomato finds them. We'll see how Wild Tomato wants to check for a food shop here. Meanwhile, definitely not him finding darkness. That's super good. Wild Tomato is checking. It is not a food shop. So, wasting a little time checking it, but definitely not him. It's going to be on to hit 1, 3. So, good floor ahead here. That I was going to say that could be a potion, but then I looked at the balls on the other side of it. Wild Tomato is going to find the cookies. Also going to check the shop. Oh, watch out for that red bat. Definitely not him. Just narrowly avoiding getting hit by that bat. He gave the bat 3 chances to hit him. And the bat took none of them. So, oh, Wild Tomato in big trouble here. Taking a heart of damage from, couldn't tell if it was the ghost or the spirit. Meanwhile, definitely not him. Look at this build early on. He's in darkness, but he's got a steak knife. He's got the crown of thorns. Got a level 2 torch. And a lot of skeletons chasing him right now. This is not a good dead ringer at the moment. Keeping his beat, though. I don't think he's dropped flawless. Okay, now he drops flawless. Down to 2 hits. He's got a 1 damage dagger at the moment, so this is going to take a while. He should work on killing some of these skeletons. There are 7 of them on the screen at the moment. The good news is that dead ringer can't spawn anymore. And does take 1 more hit before exiting. So 1.5 hearts for definitely not him. Wild Tomato not... Well, maybe. Wild Tomato's going to get the Crown of Thorns as well. Passes on anything else. I might pick up... If it were me, I might pick up that torch. But Wild Tomato now onto Death Metal. But she's got 3 damage Death Metal, and you know what they say about 3 damage Death Metal. I hear it's pretty good. So watch out for the skeletons. Does not throw. Could have thrown there. Finished the fight off. Ends up walking all the way to the bottom, but still a flawless victory. Dropping the beat right after getting the kill. That's Commentator's Curse Yoshi. That's what that is. Opting not to take the broadsword, meanwhile, definitely not him on a base rapier. That's not terrible. It's probably one of the better base weapons you can have. Cursed heart for Wild Tomato. Eat one of those cookies and it's not cursed anymore. Passing on eating the cookie for now, maybe waiting for the exit. We'll see. That's an armadillo hit and definitely not him over there. 2 hearts left for him. Another heart container for Wild Tomato, and a whole bunch of boxes to open, too. This could be good. No, the gold. There's a carrot. There's a lot of food. You can make Cadence fat eating all that food. Opts to only take the carrot as opposed to the cheese, but I mean, you already have mapping. Why take the carrot at this point? Or did she eat a carrot? Oh, she ate a carrot. Okay, that's fine. It's Conga 2 here. And that's a titanium flail that definitely not him's on. I like that. I am definitely a flail person. Black's Wind Mage making that so bad. And as a result, half a heart for definitely not him. But he's got a potion. Not going to get a boss chest, though. Wild Tomato switching over to the Blast Helm. That's pretty good. Nope. Not switching over to the Blast Helm. That's just fine. You still get the bombs. And take a quick, take a quick trapdoor. Not comfortable with the trapdoors, I guess. Checking the black chest. That is an obsidian axe. That is an incredible find. Definitely not him finally getting off of darkness, even if it is a Ring of Luck. Also picking up a compass as well. He's got a shovel of strength, so he's got the big dig going on. Meanwhile, Watsume, I don't know if she's just not comfortable with that weapon. She's going really slow with it. She's making her way all the way around. She could have taken that trapdoor. She'd probably be on the boss by now if she had. Doing a bit of shopping. Definitely not him finding a ring of regeneration. That is fantastic. And Wild Tomato, even picking up Boots of Pain, as you can see the Wind Mage there, no problem for her. She's going to open up. She knows that's the food shop. So she's going to kill Freddy for this. She'll be up to, looks like 8 out of 9 hearts if she plays this right. Or, how's she going to play this? Eat the cheese. You pick that up. And I think she's just going to hold on to the carrot for now, hoping for a chicken or better. That's a potion. So Wild Tomato's health situation, fantastic. Dead Ringer is going to have to like pound his head on her face for like 5 minutes to kill her at this point. That's how good her build is. Opting not to take the big dig. That's interesting. You're on base shovel. I think you go for that. Maybe she didn't have the gold. How much is it? Oh, it's 600. She hasn't gold for it. Okay. So on to King Konga. Meanwhile, look at what definitely not him's picked up. Despite this being Fortissimo 3 again, he's got a fantastic weapon there. That is a titanium warhammer. And I really like definitely not him's build here. This is a strong build. He's used his potion, sadly, but as long as he doesn't get into any trouble, it's a minimum of 4 hits for him to die. He's gonna pick up a carrot here too, so. Oh, it takes a Telemonkey. I don't think he meant to do that. Did not look intentional at all. So he wants that carrot. See if he goes back for it. Wild Tomato full zone down here, despite no deaths this race. And, oh, wow, this build's a meme. I just noticed she found Courage. War Axe Courage, ladies and gentlemen. This can be scary, but it can also be really good. So we'll see what happens here. Definitely not him. Did get the carrot, so he's got that extra safety. Pick up the bomb spell here, I imagine. No, he's switching off the ring. He's going to the Ring of Strength. That'll give him 3 damage on that Warhammer. Not sure I agree with that. It depends on how confident he feels with his health at this point. And he's getting dunked immediately, but he does have the regeneration. It's slow regeneration, but he has regeneration from the Crown of Thorns. So he's got that working for him. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato on to 3-3. Opting, it looks like she is not going to take this trapdoor. I strongly think, I mean, I know she's probably not comfortable with them, but goodness, you're down. You need a way to catch up. Definitely not him. On to his Zone 4 boss. It is Coral Rift. Well, I mean, yeah, he might be fine without the ring, but he also took 6 hearts of damage on the last race in Zone 5, so it entirely depends on how well he handles Zone 5. Speaking of which, we're about to see it on definitely not him's side. Not a terrible time, 8:22 getting to Zone 5. Kind of pushing it compared to the last couple races, and it's paying off. Nice find on that map there. Can just dig straight through. Rat putting in some work. Definitely not him. Very good 5-1 to exit room there. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato flawlessing Fortissimo, which definitely did not. Definitely did not. Yeah. And now Wild Tomato is on Zone 4. And you can tell Wild Tomato not at all comfortable with Axe Courage. It is super good, but it's super scary. Definitely not him. On to the final floor of Zone 5. This is 5-3. He's got 4.5 hearts. He'll get or 3.5 hearts. He'll get, oh, that's really good. That is super good. That's exactly what you want. Now, if I'm definitely not him, yeah, pick up that spell, and you start farming for that next bit of health. Don't wait, just farm it out. And here it comes, next kill will give it to him. So 6 hearts going into Dead Ringer for definitely not him with Quartz armor. looking pretty good. The only thing that's super spooky is it's a Warhammer. Gonna lure. Good option. Wild Tomato finding an urn, giving her an earth spell and some ham as well. She is so uncomfortable with that axe. Kind of hard to see what's going on. She's lost a heart, lost 2 hearts. Meanwhile, definitely not him. Little off the rails here. This is not a dead ringer strat, folks. Cleans it up, though. And on 5 hearts, we'll be entering the Necrodancer fight for the first time. Just gonna bomb it open. Got plenty of bombs to do this. This is in terms of strength here, definitely not him looking a lot stronger than Wild Tomato in this particular race. We saw Wild Tomato go really fast last race. This race, it's been definitely not him that's been putting on the gas. It's been a nice race for him. Oh, that's a red dragon, though. We're going to have to handle that. Don't want red dragons getting in the way. Now, Dorian, awkward position, gets himself blown up. Oof. Both characters frozen at the moment. Another dunk for Daddy. Don't dunk Daddy. He's down to half health. And definitely not him. Taking a little more care here. Of course, Necrodancer's super awkward when you have Dorian above Cadence, but he finishes it off here. It's going to be 1839. GG. As definitely not him ties up the series 1-1. So a fantastic race coming out of definitely not him there after having a bit of a struggle in the first one. Showing that he can come back. Look at, Wild Tomato did make it to Zone 5, but obviously not in time. So we're going to load up Race 3 in a moment. Don't forget, immediately following this, we're going to have King Torture and Arboretic from the Titanium division. They'll be up next. All right, so Race 3 coming up in a moment here. Oh, that's, did we get a PB in there, I guess? Seeded PB for definitely not him. It's pretty impressive. Picking up, is that a base staff or a titanium staff? I did not see. Picking up a wall of torture walls, that is a base staff. That's all right. We'll do some work in Zone 1. In the chest, however, that is obsidian, and Wild Tomato also finding obsidian of a different kind. So we have offense versus defense. We all know defense wins championships, but doesn't win Necrodancer races. We'll find out. Definitely not him hitting the stairs. Looks like Wild Tomato is going to go back and do a little bit of shopping. I'm going to pick up this shopkeeper token here. Not a bad pickup. That gets you some extra health. But she's ignoring it. She sees that room. She sees that hidden room, but is not going to be taking the Obsidian Broadsword. Meanwhile, definitely not him. Just plowing through his mini-bosses at this point. I imagine we'll see a shop here. That's not bad. Cheese and the slippers. Opts not to take the glass, but there's no downside to taking that glass. Some of the glass items have some downside, but the slippers are not one of them. Wild Tomato taking the trapdoor. Fighting the mini-boss in the trapdoor. Could be in trouble here. Nope. Handles it just fine. Hard to tell what's going on because I'm having a bit of a connection issue with Wild Tomato's stream. She's going to check her shop. It's a Ring of Becoming. You don't want that. We'll pick up the shovel, though. Meanwhile, definitely not him. Taking out Fortissimo 1. And we do not have to say not again this time. Oh, this is a problem. Careful. Ooh. Well handled by Wild Tomato to not get dunked by either the skeleton or the dragon. He is at 1 heart. Oh, no! I did not see what happened. Definitely not him. I saw a red dragon on his screen. And he's starting over, so... Ooh, Wild Tomato inherits the lead. Oh, no. Well, this is a reset. As a white monkey causes Wild Tomato to be motionless as a black skeleton comes up and smacks her in the face. Definitely not him. Back on that broadsword. He does not find the free armor. I mean, that armor is 100% free. Just decides to move on. Definitely, yeah, no screen watching. These two racers are definitely not screen watching. Wild Tomato is a slideshow for me right now. It's very hard to see what's going on over there. DNH taking the trapdoor down after killing the Minotaur. Be down to 1 damage for a moment. And through these rooms. Now he has to deal with the dragon on 1 damage. Shouldn't be much of a problem, though. And just like that, definitely not him, back on Fortissimo. Oh, is that what it is? Wow, at 60th, yes. DNH, leaning up Fortissimo. Yeah, Wild Tomato was fine in races 1 and 2. There were moments where she was a little laggy, but it wasn't bad. Gets hit by something there. It looked like it was the spirit. But the armor absorbing most of that blow down to 2.5. Meanwhile, DNH hoping to play this dragon a little better this time. He's got an obsidian flail, which ought to help. No, it doesn't. And definitely not him is definitely dragon food. So he gets hit by that dragon for a second time now. Meanwhile, Wild Tomato having a little trouble with the wrangling. Definitely not him is now going to find the armor for the first time. So this ought to help him. That means he won't get one shot by a dragon if he sees it. And he's going to go find, and he's got an obsidian build that hopefully he'll be pretty comfortable with. Wild Tomato finding the shop again, taking the slippers this time. Before going down to 1-3. Alright, Red Dragon for Wild Tomato, handling it much better this time than last time. Also looking for the... Oh, was going for the Lucky Charm, but Shot Bro not being a bro there. Picking up all that gold. Oh, that's a slideshow. Definitely not him, down to 1-3 again. And because there was a slideshow, I didn't see what happened, but I'm going to imagine it has something to do with that white monkey. So, Wild Tomato down again. Neither of these racers having a good run of it this time around. Definitely monkey business. DNH, 3rd time now on Fortissimo 1. Let's see if he can repeat his performance here. No, he's going to get dunked by one of the ghosts. And that means no boss chest for him. No... no flail, and I think he's just going to take the trapdoor here. He's done dying to that dragon on the trapdoor, but he might die here as he takes out the clone and iframes the dragon fire with damage. Not the best way you want to iframe something, but it keeps him alive. He's going to open that and find a carrot, which will help him out tremendously. So definitely not him getting past that dragon without a whole lot of downside to it. Gets dunked by the bat. Gotta be careful. It seems like definitely not him playing a little fast here. He's got to slow down, especially with all these enemies here. And especially when you have a broadsword. When you have a broadsword, just stay. Don't jump into anything. There's no reason to jump into anything. Blood shovel. He's got enough for it, but not picking up. Some people not comfortable with blood shovel. It's definitely fast for Necrodancer. Yoshi pointing out that when you have an obsidian build, taking trapdoors with obsidian can be, or when you do have obsidian rather, it can be a little tricky because it puts your obsidian weapon down to 1 damage. Now, the exception, of course, being in Zone 2 with a broadsword or any weapon that's got a diagonal hit, you are on 2 damage after the first beat because you hit a mushroom. So it's better with a broadsword in Zone 2. Wild Tomato finally making it to Fortissimo for the first time this race. And getting dunked by him did not go the right way there. Was a little too hasty in trying to get that kill. Definitely Not Him cleaning up his Coral Rift flawlessly. So it's about his own lead for Definitely Not Him right now. There's a fireball. That's going to be really good. Find some regeneration with that and just make some fireworks. All right, coming into the shop here. Nothing good there. He's going to pick up the Ring of Gold, which isn't terrible, especially if you find a transmute. You can transmute into something, whereas if you don't have a ring, you can't. But not the best ring in the game, by a long shot. Wild Tomato handling 2-1 a bit differently than Definitely Not Him did. Not taking that trapdoor route, but she also has Peace, so that's not a red dragon anyway. And I did not see how she got Peace. Was it off of the boss chest? May have been. Yeah, playing Zone 3 can be pretty awful because not only do the enemies swarm you, it's very hard to find your way around. What do we have here? Could this be a food shop? Will Wild Tomato check? I think we've established it's not. Yeah, that's a pawnbroker. Meanwhile, Definitely Not Him playing it safe through Zone 3 here. Hasn't... it's down to 1 heart, though. Oh, but that's going to be really nice. Picking up a gold axe. And somehow fearing the shopkeeper. I am not certain what happened there. And I completely disagree with this decision here. He's off of the broadsword. Maybe he's more familiar with the axe, but that is a 1 damage axe, and he has... It's a 1 damage axe with a ring of gold, mind you, but it's... You have to know how to use that, and I get the feeling that he probably doesn't. He might. We'll see. Using Snowbro effectively there. Staying away from that clap. I don't want any rounds of applause here. Wild Tomato on a gold harp now. That's an interesting choice. Of course, she has yet to find the broadsword. She's never found the broadsword, so there's that. Fireball for Definitely Not Him. That's good, using your spells. All right, and... Oh, this is a bad slip and slide. Oh, but Definitely Not Him had a beat on that Klappa, and he's fine. 1 heart. Going on to Deep Blues 3 here with 1 damage. Kind of a little scary because the pawns all have 2 health. But he's just going to one-shot the king with that golden axe. Great game, by the way. Wild Tomato, meanwhile, working on Coral Rift 2. I think she's fine. I don't think she's dropped Flawless yet. She might here, though. Yeah, I definitely jumped the wrong way there. So she'll drop the Flawless. But otherwise, she's all right. Racers using their spells. Yes, it's so important. I mean, it seems like an obvious thing, but when you're in the heat of battle, it's very difficult to remember. Speaking of difficult to remember, Wild Tomato not using the Shopkeeper to get that half heart back on the boss gold. I'm guilty of doing that. You'll probably see me do that at least once tonight. So Definitely Not Him. Huge lead here. It's a full zone, and he's on to 4-2. Oh, he's not on 4-2. He went shopping. He's got nothing new to show. This is definitely a food shop. Definitely not a prawn broker. Uses the bomb. He used a bomb instead of a bomb spell there. That's not right. Now Wild Tomato making her way to the 3-2 shop here. That's something I see Wild Tomato doing a lot, doing a lot of shopping. But given her build, her build's actually not all that great. So I don't blame her. She'll pick up Snowbro. And does not pick up the torch, which is fine. Oh, that's an interesting shop. Definitely not him finding a battle shovel in a monstrous shop. Wild Tomato, while she may find it, may find the shop, that's probably going to be a different item given that she's on peace, so we'll see. It might be the same item, it just depends on what the game generates. Meanwhile, definitely not him. I missed something. He's down to 1.5 hearts. He had 6 a little earlier. And Wild Tomato in big trouble here. Snowbro helping out, though. Being a super bro, taking that spirit. Spirit's still following her, though. She's got to take it out. There she goes. NH voiding the wall pig there. And just as a... Oh, no! Wild Tomato going down... Was that hot holes? Oh, no, she just got hit. She didn't have enough damage to take out the black skeleton, and it turned and ganked her. So Wild Tomato back at the start. Definitely not him. He's got some breathing room. He's back up to 2.5 hearts after picking up a Pixie Kiss. And as a programming note, we're supposed to be getting into King Torture Arboretic. Arboretic has told me that they're okay with starting late, so that will be hopefully coming right after it. Wild Tomato, for the first time, finding the Obsidian Broadsword. Maybe too little too late, though. For as much trouble as she had with Zone 1 this race. That would have been a big help to her build. Picking up a Dove Familiar now. Definitely not him with 2 out of the 4. And he's going into Zone 5 on pretty low health. Immediate trap door there if he wants it. I'm not sure I'd take it. Get stoned. Everybody must get stoned. But he's now on a Titanium Cutlass. Super safe weapon. Especially, I think it's made for Zone 5. I love that weapon. He's going to pick up maybe... No, you don't want the richest scroll. It costs more than it gives you gold. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, just take that thing out, please. Don't let those mimics hang around. Just destroy them. Blue Dragon in the exit room here. Shouldn't be a problem on the vertical. And down it goes. Wild Tomato realizing just how good Zone 1... Oh, she bombs herself there. I was going to say, realizing how good Zone 1 is with the broadsword. But going to get Black Skeleton here. She'll be dead and starting over again. Meanwhile, definitely not him. Over on 5-2. Trying to find his way to the exit. Might be considering a trapdoor, but gets cheese. That is a super good find. Puts him back to 4 hearts. Oh, he needed that badly. Takes out the metronome. Thank you, Snowbro. Gets dunked by the Evil Eye, but it's only half heart. Still has 3.5 hearts. Plenty to finish with. You don't want to lose too much health here because you want to be able to Blood Bomb for Necrodancer. You need at least 2 hearts by the time you get to Necrodancer to be able to Blood Bomb that. A lot of Evil Eyes here. Definitely not him. Not taking any chances with him. There is Heavy Plate in that shop. He has the money for it. I don't know if he saw it because it flashed very briefly. He's going to not take the Heavy Plate. Probably just didn't see it. Oh, why did he get dunked? He's got the Cutlass. There's no way he should have gotten dunked there. Oh, man. Down to 1 heart now. Oh, down to half a heart. This is so spooky. He's going to check the shop now and regret not checking it sooner. Because there is your Heavy Plate, although there is some salvation in there. The Holy Water, if he can manage to get 2 enemies with that. He's gonna play a super slow... Oh, the cookies. Forge is fine. I think he... Did he accidentally use his Holy Water? Not that it matters at this point. I think he did. So he is now on to Dead Ringer. Lure strats are the order of the day here. Wild Tomato just getting to back to zone 2 here. Oh, he backpack strikes. Worst, guys, never pick up a backpack. Just don't do it. It'll get you killed. Very good on the lure strats. Definitely not him. Onto his Necrodancer. He has enough bombs to take him out if he uses a blood bomb. If he doesn't know or remember that he can use a blood bomb here, it's going to be touching butts with Dad, and looks like he's touching butts with Dad. Feels bad, man. But, no pun intended, he should finish us off pretty good here. I disagree that it's safer. It gets you a mini-boss right away. But picking up the golden loot, given the... it's probably the best weapon you can give Dad as a cutlass. In that awkward position where Dad's above Cadence again. But that's fine. He's knocking this fight down really good already, down to 2 hearts. Blood Nightmare spawns. Freezes him with Snowbro and just ignores him. Down to the last hit here. And it looks like that he might need to let Necrodancer do a bomb. There's a lot going on over by Cadence. But other than that, this is GG. Definitely not him, picking up a 2-1 and 4 wins on the week. At 1855, congrats to Definitely Not Him, picking up the 2nd loot. And Wild Tomato, just an unfortunate series of events and having to go back and rerun the seed again. But the 1 win she did get, she definitely grinded out. And good to see someone on the left side of the screen getting a win for once, too. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead. If you could give me just a couple of minutes, I will get this set up so that King Torture and Arboretic can get underway. So I will be right back.